Ladies and gentlemen, the X-3 repair, and I'm going to start with the stand. The stand was broken off, and it had two little screws that fit in underneath, and went in. They were very tiny, and they were in there really well. I mean, they had to really back them off slowly but surely. Uh, what I did is I added two new screws on the very bottom, and when I say screws, not the pointy kind, whatever they're called, just regular old screws. They, once you get the pilot hole drilled and get them on there, I think they're more secure than the pointy ones. When you have the pointy ones, you have a tendency to, for me anyway, cracking the wood and snapping it. I noticed the ones without just a regular bolt, if you do it slow enough, it usually works out, and it's pretty strong. But anyway, did get that on. Added some tulip. You can see where it's shiny and then the dull, just to fill in the wood. I really couldn't get it more more smooth than that, because I'd had to actually putty it, sand it, and everything else, and I really that's the way you'd probably have to do it. But this way, it does hide it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe it down, because it does got a little dust on it, and I want to shoot everything with a gloss coat or a semi-gloss, just to blend in the tulip shiny with the base, and it should give it a nice little sheen to it, like it originally had. So the base is almost done. The body here, I don't know if you can, hopefully you see it. I had to shorten the needle here, just basically like 1/4 inch maybe. I had to drill a new hole, and I shoved that in further, so it's about like that much off difference, if you really want to get technical. But I got that secured in. I believe I got it straight. It's almost straight. I think it is. It may, pretty straight. So after I got that on, I went in and I took, where's my big epoxy sculpt, and I mixed two parts up, and I put it on the nose cone here, and just basically got the rough shape, smoothed it out the best I could. And now I'm going in with Mr. Sanding Stick and sandpaper. And this is the time I like to use the store-bought ones, because they flex, and I am sanding that to shape, and I'm almost got it. There's just a little bit more I got to do, and I think it'll be a-okay once I get that sanded. I got it masked off here. I want to mask off a little bit more, about like that, and then from here up is going to be the gray nose cone, and of course that'll be silver. But anyway, I wanted to show that before I get a little further ahead, because I am at the point where I need to show my work before I paint it. I really need to shoot a little primer on, just to make sure, because see, that's when it's in the raw stage, it's kind of misleading. So anyway, a little more sanding, a couple more days of that, and I think we can paint it gray, and then hopefully call it good by the weekend. And speaking of sanding and all that, I want to show something. I don't know if you might be able to see that. That is liquid cement, or MEK, stuff I use, and I've noticed there's glue out there now that's colored red and blue, and I couldn't figure out why would you want that. And so I took some MEK and some orange dye, mixed it in there, and there's only two pluses on this, and one is if you want a different colored glue, that's the way to go. Or, and I know why it's been made this way, and I don't know if you can see it, but if you glue two pieces of plastic together, you can see the orange in the seam. So when you, like two halves of a model, if you get it glued together, you can see the different color, and it help you clean up your seam and sanding, which I thought that's pretty ingenious, you know. But anyway, if you ever just want to experiment, that's the way to go. And I've already finally got all the orange dye off my fingers today. But anyway, just something that, you know, while things dry, you experiment. And I'm going to show one more thing. The bicycle. And this happens to me all the time, and I don't, it's good and bad. I want to do Pee-wee's bicycle. So I got to a point where I'm started hammering out the just the basic shape of what the Schwinn Frontier or whatever it's called, the bike that he had. But now, this happens to me almost most of the time. I want to change my mind. And that is, I was thinking, do I really want to do Pee-wee's, or would I like to do a, you know, keep it simple and do a bicycle like that with, you know, the normal tires, or stick with the bike theme, E.T., his BMX bike, which wouldn't be too bad because I got to thinking about it. That's 1/8 scale. I just copied basically the size, but anyway. Styrene tube to do the bike frame. I'm just leaning toward that way, you know. Or motorcycle, like a post-apocalyptic dirt bike. I was thinking something like that, but anyway, I don't know if I want to. May continue on, may not. I haven't quite. Again, that's what I have to. That's usually one of my little quirks in the model building. You know, you start building something, and and you start changing your mind, and it leads into something else. You know, but usually it leads to the better. But it does happen to me a lot. But anyway, that's what I got going on today. Again, trying to decide on the bicycle, and the X-3 is getting its nose. So that's what we got going on today. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.